Welcome to the Eye Surgery Doctors Incorporated Surgery Scheduling Program. First, we will go into the data area and look at some of the databases we have that work with the surgery schedule. The first one is diagnosis, and all the buttons on these screens consist of an OK button to save the data, a cancel button to abort and exit out, a delete button to delete the currently selected record, and a choose button to choose a pre-existing record that's been entered into the system. So let's click the choose button, and we have these diagnoses that have been entered into the system, and when we click on one, it retrieves it into the screen, as you can see. And let's click cancel to go out. And let's go back into the data area, and we'll click diagnosis to bring up a blank screen, and we're going to enter in a simple diagnosis. And we'll click the OK button to save. And when we go back in, we click the choose button, and we click on our test diagnosis 2 that we entered, and it retrieves it into the screen. Let's go back into the data area and look at the rest of the databases. We'll go into referring MD, click choose, and these are the referring MDs that have been entered into the system. And next we'll go into the office database and click choose, and we have 3 offices that have been entered into the system. Next we'll go into the surgeon database and click choose, and we have 3 surgeons who have been entered into the system. And next we'll go into the hospital database and click choose. We have 3 hospitals that have been entered into the system. And we'll go into the surgical procedure database and click choose, and we have these surgical procedures that have been entered into the system. Next we're going to go into the surgery area, and we'll click on the template, which is our main surgery scheduling screen. And some of this information has already been filled in, such as surgery date, the day and the time. That's the current date and time. And we'll tab over and type in the hypothetical age for our hypothetical patient we're going to enter. We will call him Orwell Olson, and we'll type in his home and work phone numbers. And next we have these buttons down here that we are going to click on to select information that will build out the rest of the surgery schedule that we're working on. Let's first click on the surgeon button, and we'll click Dr. John Smith, and we'll click on the surgery button. Let's select glaucoma correction. We'll click on the surgery button again and click macular degeneration. We'll click on the diagnose button and click on glaucoma, and then we'll click on diagnose again and click macular degeneration. Then we'll click on the referring MD button and click on Dr. John Doe. Then we'll click on the IRC/FU button and select FU. Then we'll click on the office button, and we'll click rural office. Then we'll click on the anesthesia button and click MAC. Then we'll click on the hospital button and click rural hospital. Then we'll click on the eye button and click B for both eyes. You have both eyes, left eye, and right eye. We'll click both eyes. Now our schedule is built out. Then we'll click the OK button to save. And then when we go back into the surgery area and click template, and we click the choose button, this brings up we click on our patient Olson, and there is the information we just entered. Now I'll click cancel to go out. Now I'm going to go into back into the surgery area, I'm going to click Assign Schedule Order for Dr. John Smith. And I say yes to assign order. And I click John Smith, and the date is April 12th of 2009. We can assign an order to all surgeries scheduled for a specific doctor for a specific date. First, we'll click on Al Zoloff. We'll make him the first surgery of the day for Dr. Smith. Do I want to pick another surgery for this doctor? Yes. Then we'll click on Andrew Andrews. We'll make him the second one. Pick another surgery? Yes. Then I'll click on Orwell Olson, who's the one we just entered. He'll be the third surgery of the day. Do I want to pick another surgery? No. Then I go back into the surgery area and I click View Schedule Order for Dr. John Smith for April 12th of 09. Click OK. And you can see Al Zoloff is first. Here's the order number right here. Andrew Andrews is second, and Orwell Olson is third. And now we will go back into the surgery area and print the schedule. One option is all surgeons with options, and we're using a starting and ending surgery date of April 12th of 09. Click OK. Do I want to print to the printer? Yes. And this is the surgery schedule that would be printed out. It lists the options in the upper right hand corner, April 12th of 09 to April 12th of 09. This is for all surgeons, not just Dr. John Smith. The information listed includes the day, date, and time, the surgeon's initials, the hospital where the surgery will be performed, the patient name. Here is the surgery order number for different patients, for different doctors, and this is the eye or eyes that will be worked on, the type of anesthesia, procedure, diagnosis, the visit office, and the referring MD, and the home telephone number. And this is the print dialog that would come up. Now if we do select single surgeon with options, click OK for April 12th of 09. Let's do John Smith, and the same schedule comes up, except it just shows surgeries for Dr. John Smith for April 12th of 09. And now if we pick all surgeons comprehensive, click OK, then this just shows a surgery schedule for all doctors, regardless of date of surgery. Same format as the first two reports. And next we will go into the reporting area. We're going to run a surgery productivity report. Let's use April 12th of 09 for the starting and ending date. And let's run this for, say, Dr. Jeff Retina Expert. And we have some other options that will come up, but for simplicity we're just going to skip over them. This would be a surgical procedure listing, single select list box. This is a diagnosis listing, single select list box. Day of week, pre-testing options, eye choice, anesthesia, IRC/FU options, hospital, office, referring MD, last name, admission type, surgery time. And do you want to print only the last page? No. Do you want to print to printer? Yes. And this is the surgery productivity report. At the top of the report it lists all the available options that are used to create the report. We just picked the surgery date of April 12th of 09 to April 12th of 09 for Dr. Jeff Retina Expert, and all the other options are marked NA for not applicable since we didn't select those. And in this case it retrieved 3 patients. And again, this is the printer dialog box that would come up. And lastly, we'll go back into the reporting area and we will run a research report. It will use a surgery date range of April 12th of 09, and we will run this for Dr. Marianne Wells. And we have some other options that come up here which we will skip for simplicity's sake. This is a surgical procedure listing. This is a multiple select list box. And this is a diagnosis listing, which is also a multiple select list box. And we have patient age and the office and the referral MD. Do you want to print only the last page? No. Do you want to print to printer? Yes. And this is the report. Again, it shows the input options at the top. We just picked the surgery date range of April 12th of 09 to April 12th of 09 for surgeon Marianne Wells, and it retrieved 4 patients. And here's the print dialog box again. And that is the end of the Eye Surgery Doctors Incorporated Surgery Scheduling Program.